Hello, welcome to the pre-match press conference of Jamshedpur FC versus Hyderabad. We have Jamshedpur FC head coach Mr. Owen Coyle here with us. Hi Owen, firstly, great win versus Goa. Your thoughts on this, on how well we were attacking and even defensively how well the team was?
Yeah, I think the important thing was the team performance, because against FC Goa, who are a wonderful side and will go on to win many games, you have to defend well, and equally when you go to be positive in your attack, as we were, you have to go with pace, and we did it very well, and it worked out very well on the night. That's finished, it's behind us now. What we have to focus on is a real tough game ahead of us against Hyderabad. Wonderful side, an outstanding coach, and we had 2 tough games last year that we draw. I think we drew both games, and we want to go on better and get those 3 points, as they will as well. But I think it's going to make us a very, very good game. 2 very positive teams.
We have quite a few forwards in our attack, like Vasquez, Murray, even Pandita, and Greg Stewart just keeps adding the flair to it. So can we look forward to more and more attacking football with Jamshedpur FC?
Yeah, we're certainly trying to add. I mean, we were a good side last year, but we certainly wanted to add that attacking edge to our play. But equally, not being dismissive of the job that we have to do against the ball. So as most things are in football, it's about getting the balance. It's getting the right balance defensively and offensively. But the great thing we have options this year. We were limited last year in our options in respect of if we wanted to make changes, that we didn't really have the firepower to do that. We obviously now have very good options. God willing, they all keep fit, and they can give us real selection headaches in respect of the head coach, and that's what you want, because they're all wonderful players in their own right, and there's real competition for places in those forward areas, and they're showing that just now by the performances they want to be in the team, and that's great for a head coach.
Alex Lima, he's been used as a box-to-box midfielder, just like Aitor was last season. How has he been as a player overall this season?
Yeah, Lima's been outstanding. Alex Lima played injured last year, and fair play to him. I mean, the attitude, the painkilling injections he took to play because of the size of the heart he's got. But Lima, when he's fully fit, is showing, what an outstanding player he is. Alex Lima can play in various positions, but he's wonderful in the ball. He can tackle. He works so hard against the ball, and he's just the perfect all-round, modern-day midfielder. He can score a goal if he needs to. He can put his foot in. He can tackle. He can pass, and he's a wonderful player, Alex Lima.
Just like Jamshedpur FC, Hyderabad have also invested in a lot of young Indian talent, and both the clubs have been using these Indian players a lot. So what do you make of this thing?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Hyderabad showed last year there's some terrific talent. You mentioned obviously the young Sana Singh at centre back, the 2 full-backs, Ashish Rai, Mishra, very good players, and obviously the kids they have in the middle of the park, wonderful in the ball and can pass and move. So they're very good, some terrific young Indian talents with a mix of very good foreign players. I mean, obviously Bart's there now as well, who I have so much time for as a man out with his ability as a footballer, and some very good players. So they'll get the utmost respect from us, guaranteed about that. They have a wonderful coach, someone I like very well as being an outstanding football man, but a very, very nice man. But he knows, as I do, that for the duration of the match we'll be going all out to win. It'll be a tough game for both teams. We have to make sure we come out on the right side of the margins, and if we're at our very best, we feel it's a game that we can win.
And Hyderabad, you spoke of the coach as well. He likes a good attacking brand of football, a lot of passing. How do Jamshedpur FC plan to counter that? Yeah,
I mean, you have teams in the league that play different styles. I mean, I wouldn't say Hyderabad are as, they don't take it the way FC Goa do, so it's different problems they give you, but they are, middle third to forward third, they're very pleasing in the eye. The fullbacks look to join in, so they do have some very good attacking threats. So of course we will be very respectful of that, but equally, we have to make sure that we're imposing ourselves in the game, and we look to bring our qualities. And if we bring our qualities to any game, we'll cause problems for the opposition, and that's what we have to be doing.
Both teams, Jamshedpur and Hyderabad, after a disappointing first game, both have come back and won extremely well. Hyderabad winning 3-1 versus Mumbai, and Jamshedpur winning 3-1 versus Goa. How interesting a clash would this make? Would Jamshedpur FC versus Hyderabad FC be?
Yeah, I think it's 2 very good teams. I mean, I would take issue with this disappointing first game. Hyderabad played very well in the first game, and people analyse games on results. when football people know that's not the case. Hyderabad were the better side in the first game against Chennai, and any other day would probably have won the game. We were the better team against East Bengal and could easily have 3 points. So I think it's a bit unfair to say disappointing performances. You know, I can accept that people want more points. You know, oh, we didn't get 3 points. That's different from saying disappointing performances. There's two different things. So all being said, it's two very good attack-minded teams. You know, teams I feel that have shown they can already win games in the league. And we have to make sure we're ready for the threat they'll pose, because, you know, at times they will pass and move, they'll put you under pressure. We have to make sure that we're focused, we're doing our job, and when we get opportunity to play, which we will, take care of that ball, be very offensive minded, be attack minded, and look to be very positive in the game.
All right. Thank you so much, Owen, for your time.
Pleasure as always.
So victory like 3-1 over defending champions Mumbai City, how does it affect the morale of the team, especially with the win coming so early on in the season?
Good afternoon. Obviously, when you win a game, the team is always happy, and of course, if he's in front of the current champion, then the morale is high. And even after that we lost the first game, no, I think was not fair the first game, the defeat. But now after Mumbai City, we recover more or less our morale. But we know, I repeat every week the same. This is a competition that you can win the current champion and you can lose against the last team in the table.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Sonak from Sports Cafe. How much of a psychological boost was the win for the team, especially after the opening day loss and the team bounced back with a win against Mumbai City?
No, the point is that we showed that we can win or we can beat every team. If you win the champion, means that you can win every game. Then if you remember, I don't know, it was here or in the press conference after or before the game against Mumbai, that or I think that was just after, in the press conference after the defeat with Chennai. I told that why not we can beat Mumbai City. I think that most of the times are the same or is the same answer. No, yes, it's not compensate because you cannot recover the 3 points in Chennai, but this is a long race, and will be days that you deserve to win and you don't win, the opposite, and more or less this is finally in the regular season, the team who deserve, they are the champions. But of course, this is when you play every 4 or 5 days, is not only about sports, it's about mentality too.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Shivakrishna from Telangana Today. So what, according to you, worked for the team in the match against Mumbai? What are the things that you feel that the players did right when you compare it to the Chennai game?
First of all, I have to tell that I am very happy. We are very happy. All the staff, all the people, for sure that all the fans, all the people from Hyderabad. But of course, we work a lot. If you want to win the champion, I think that the last game was perfect because was totally the opposite that the first game. No, in the first game we had the ball, we create chances, but we didn't score. The other day Mumbai had the ball more than us, but we scored 3 goals and we shoot four times on target. Then, okay, it's not normal too. But if you want to win this kind of games, you need this situation, and you need then the chances for Mumbai they miss, but I think that our defensive work generally was very good. No.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Archan Mukherjee of the Bridge and Mr. Shivakrishna of Telangana Today. So moving on to the next game, which is against Jamshedpur FC, what are your thoughts on their team?
If you remember, Jamshedpur is always, not Jamshedpur, Owen Coyle's team are always tough opponents. For example, we are the same coach in both teams last season, and both games finish in a draw. Very equal games, two different styles. I think that this season they have players that they play another style of football. Last season they played more direct action and second, more direct balls and second action. This year, especially with this guy Stuart, they played more with the ball. They have a lot of players from same players of last season. Then I think, and more or less, a lot of people say the same. No, it's a team that is a clear candidate to fight for the top four.
The next question is from Mr. Wasim from Khel now and Ms. Neha Matthew from Zile Sports. So both Hyderabad and Jamshedpur won their last games 3-1 against strong teams like Mumbai and Goa. So what will be the plans for tomorrow?
No, the plans for tomorrow is not according to if they beat or they won or we won 3-1. Of course, that Jamshedpur won against a strong team, and the same for us. But even if one of the teams didn't win the didn't win the game, you understand, it's not the correct verb, but okay. The plans would be very similar, no? We have to play with our style. Jamshedpur will try to play with their style, and let's see what happens. I think that will be again a very equal game. That maybe some details decide who will win or not the game.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Kapoor from the Sports Grail. So Jao Victor and Bart Ogbeche's goal were prominent in the game against Mumbai City. You saw the foreigners also step up and perform well in the last game. So can we expect more Indian youngsters to perform well in the upcoming games?
Yes, Joao, Bart, Juanan, Javi, Edu, and Joel, and I don't know if there is one more, but for sure that there are. Well, we have 6 foreigners, and we are happy with the foreigners that we have, no? And of course, they were very important in the game, but now with the new rule that you have to play with at least 7 local players, for sure that in all the teams, not only in Hyderabad, you are looking that there are more good Indian players, that they are showing his level, his personality, and of course the other day was Rohit Danu in our team, but for sure that we have young players that will play minutes in this season in the upcoming games.
Coach, the next question is just touching upon the Rohit Danu thing. This is a question from Mr. Ram from the Hans India. So Rohit Danu was a surprise in the last game. What are your thoughts about the young player's game style and Danu's passion for the game?
No, I think that, okay, I told last season, I repeated the same thing the other day, but these young guys, you need to go step by step. the easy is not to arrive, the easy is to keep. And Rohit, my opinion is that will be a good player because he's very clever. His mentality is very good. And I think that he's not the typical guy who play a very good game and oh, I am the king now. Yes, and I think that he's very, the humility that he has is very important. He wants to learn every day in the training session, but of course, he has to continue working. If he scored 1 goal in ISL and he thinks that is the best player, for sure, his level will be lowest, no? But I think that that is clever. But I think that we have more young players that still you have to go step by step with them, and more or less they are in the same situation than Danu in last season.
Coach, just moving on to Jamshedpur, they have 2 top scorers, especially Walskis, who was their top scorer last season and won the Golden Boot the previous season. And this season, they've signed Jordan Murray. So how do you plan to tackle the threat?
I think that Jamshedpur, you spoke about Walskis, Murray.
Yes.
But we can speak about the Champandita, Greg Stewart. They have very, very good players in every part of the pitch. Walskis and Murray, they are the players who has to finish all the work, but they have very fast and skillful wingers. They have good players in the midfielders. They have Jitendra, they have Pranay, they have Alex Lima, they have Mobashir. I don't know if he's because Mobashir didn't play the first 2 games. But I think that they have very good players in every position. I think they have a compact team. And when you ask me this, I think the same question was last week about Angulo. Sometimes you play very good, like the other day our center backs, but sometimes even if you play very good, we are speaking about very good players, and in one action they can decide or they can score 1 goal.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Rajshekhar from Namaste Telangana. So HFC fans had a treat in the last game against Mumbai as spectators. So can they expect such an exciting game against Jamshedpur as well?
No, I think the Hyderabad fans always have to expect the best version of our team, because at least we will try. If we get or not is another thing. Again, I told every day that we can promise a lot of work, we can promise more or less good football, but we can't promise results. No? If we will win or we will lose. No, we will try to win, and the style of our team is the style of our team, and we will try to that our fans enjoy with the style, enjoy with our game, and of course the most important is enjoy with our win.
Coach, those are the questions that were sent in. So we've got one more question in from Mr. Sandeep Menon from the Deccan Herald. So he's asked, with Ogbeche in the team now, how is it different from last season when Aridane was there? So what is the change that you have done tactically?
They are two very different players. Aridane is more number nine. I think that Bart is more number, can I say, 9.5. No, it's between 9 and 10. I think has more mobility. Aridane has another thing. No, it's everyone has his qualities. I think that Aridane scored 19 goals in 2 seasons. Bart is the third scorer in ISL in the history of ISL. Both are very good players. different style, but both very good players. And I know this is a small detail that they have very good relationship between them.
Coach, there's one more question from Satya Palte from the IFTWC media. So any team news that you would like to share?
Sorry?
Any team news that you would like to share? Any injuries?
In our team?
Yes.
Yes, Hali that continue injured. And let's see if Tabora, I don't think that he arrives for the game, more or less would be the same two players than last game against Mumbai.